Okay, Timbo's Fishing Adventures, part 6, I believe. Just finished being berated by the guy at the fishing store, made to feel even dumber than I already feel. He wasn't doing it intentionally, I don't think, but it happened nonetheless. So I've got some 12-pound line, which he's picked out for this rod. Some weighted jig heads, about half an ounce. Some soft plastics, 4 targeting flathead, which is what we were going to be targeting down at the boat ramp. And well, this should work, right? Wrong. So I've spooled it up, same way I've spooled up hundreds and hundreds of times, because I make many mistakes and I've been through a lot of line. Don't think I did anything wrong with the spooling. We a couple of days later, we took out the new rods. Kat's still not having any dramas with her $40 bait caster and the line that was already on it, and whatever jig heads we put on, she's setting the rod to and doing a really good job, right? Still no fish, but really good control over the actual rod itself and the reel. So we took it down to our little watering hole, good spot to test it. Cast a few times, wasn't too bad. I said, all right, cool, this is ready. Let's go down to the pier. Now this time, by this stage, it's probably about, I don't know, the 16th or 17th or something of January, halfway through the month. Some friends of ours, it was on a Sunday, some friends of ours wanted to go fishing with their kids down there as well. So we all went together. It's about 6 of us, a couple of little kids. And everyone's got all their rods and they're casting their bait and having fun and all this. And I started casting a few times, felt good. I really liked the line, the weight, everything felt all right. But something new happened this time. Now, I was bird's nesting a little bit, but it was only when I was getting cocky and setting things a little bit too light to try and get more distance. Could pick out the bird's nest, no worries. However, something happened in the reel that I didn't expect, didn't realize could happen. Somewhere like mid-spool, a couple of loops formed. Probably, in hindsight, it was because I hadn't spooled the line on tight enough. But nevertheless, these loops formed, and because of the reel, the reel that I had, it's got an aluminium spool and quite a large gap between the spool and the frame. Now, I didn't know this would be an issue, but this is my next issue. And so as I'm using it and reeling it in, somehow, and I think this happened twice, the little loops went into the side into the little gap between the spool and the frame and cut themselves. Now, this is mid-spool, mind you, like this is deep into the actual line. Nowhere near how far out I was casting. But once I realised, well, you know, this is a problem. What's the point of having all this line spooled on there if it's bloody cut halfway? And if I get to that point and cast out, I'll be sending something else out into orbit. Now, one thing I should mention at this point is, with all these little tests at the watering hole and everything, all these little changes, I think it's safe to say I've either snagged or stuffed up or sent probably about 10 or so different lures into orbit, or just sent them straight into the ocean from little mistakes, all my own, just not casting it off properly. I think another time one of them got caught over the eye. I don't know, maybe I'm not concentrating correctly, not focused on what I should be focused on, but it's, you know, I've lost a few by this stage. Kat, however, lost one, I think, snagged on a shopping trolley in our little watering hole, something like that. So she's been quite cost effective with this with these bait casters. Me, I'm down about probably nearly $100 by this stage, I would say. Got a fairly full fishing tackle box of stuff that I'm becoming too afraid to use because I keep losing them. But my little cicada stayed, so that's good. I didn't lose that. Alright, so we're at the pier, it's cut the line, and this was the last straw for me. We'd been there for about an hour or so, and everyone else was having fun, and once I realised this has happened, I'm just completely defeated again. Not another problem. What the hell's wrong with me? Why does this keep happening? It's just becoming a nightmare. So I'll continue the story after the next video.